The Ohio State Reformatory, also known as the Mansfield Reformatory, is a historical prison located in Mansfield, Ohio, in the United States. It was built between 1886 and 1910 and remained in operation until 1990, when a United States federal court ruling, the Boyd Consent Decree, ordered the facility to be closed. While this facility was used in a number of films, including several while the facility was still in operation, TV shows, and music videos, it was made famous by the Shawshank Redemption in 1994, when it was used for the majority of the movie. The history of the Ohio State Reformatory began in 1861, when the field where the reformatory would be built was used as a training camp for Civil War soldiers. The camp's name had significant meaning in Ohio, as it was named Camp Mordecai Bartley in honor of the Mansfield man who served as Ohio governor in the 1840s. This is Veronica. She's the tour guide that we have for the Ohio State Reformatory tour today. So Veronica, a little bit of history on the reformatory. You said it was built in
1886, and it was shut down on December 31st of 1990.
And when was the Shawshank Redemption filmed here?
That was actually filmed in 1994.
Wow. Okay. And what are some of the things that are important to know about this particular historical site? I understand it's haunted.
Yes, it is very haunted. I have seen full body apparitions.
You have?
Yes. I have seen shadow people. I've seen them all.
And so why do they say it's haunted? Were there a lot of deaths here?
Yes, there's actually a graveyard out in the back, but it is still government property, so no one is allowed out there.
In 1867, Mansfield was promoted as a candidate for the placement of the new Intermediate Penitentiary, the original name before it was changed to the Ohio State Reformatory. The city raised $10,000 to purchase 30 acres of land for the prison, and the state acquired 150 acres of adjoining land for $20,000. The cost of the facility was $1,326,769. The Intermediate Ohio State Reformatory was intended as just that, a halfway point between the Boys Industrial School in Lancaster and the State Penitentiary in Columbus, which was intended to house young first-time offenders. The East Cell Block remains the largest freestanding steel cell block in the world at 6 tiers high. From 1935 until 1959, Arthur Lewis Glattke was the superintendent. Initially a political appointment following Glattke's work on the Martin DeVay campaign, by all accounts, Glattke was respected by professionals and inmates alike. He implemented many reforms, such as piped-in radio music in the cell blocks. Glattke's wife, Helen Baer Glattke, died of pneumonia 3 days following an accident in November 1950, where a handgun discharged when she was reaching into a jewelry box in the family's quarters. Glattke died following a heart attack suffered in his office on February 10, 1959. Over 200 people died at the Ohio State Reformatory, including 2 guards who were killed during escape attempts.
So this right here, Levi Schofield, he wanted a meeting place.
Zoe to Josh.
Meet by the X. And every guard would know that this would be the place.
So this is the center of this building?
Yes, it is.
And it's all natural lighting?
Yes.
Thank you.
Construction began in 1886 and remained under construction until 1910 due to funding problems which caused construction delays. The original architect for the design was Levi T. Schofield from Cleveland, who used three architectural styles: Victorian, Gothic, Richardsonian, Romanesque, and Queen Anne. Schofield designed the reformatory with these unique styles to help encourage inmates to become reborn back into their spiritual lives. The creation and construction of the entire building was entrusted to a well-known architect, F. F. Schneitzer.
This is where they would count how many days they were in here.
Solitary confinement?
Yes. I mean, it's everywhere.
72,430.
5 days, 6 days.
That's how many times.
In 1891, the name was changed to Intermediate Penitentiary to the Ohio State Reformatory. During our tour, Victoria shared the differences between penitentiary and reformatory with the understanding that a reformatory reforms and a penitentiary punishes. On September 15, 1896, the reformatory opened its doors to its first 150 offenders. These prisoners were brought by train from Columbus and put immediately to work on the prison's sewer system and the 25-foot stone wall surrounding the complex. Schneitzer was presented with a silver double inkwell by the governor of the state in a lavish ceremony to thank him for his services. The exterior of the building, which was built from brick and concrete, is designed in the Romanesque style, giving the frontage a castle-like appearance. The reformatory remained in full operation until December 1990, when it was closed via federal court order, as a result of prisoners' class action suits citing overcrowding and inhumane conditions.
I was sitting at the very, very end of that, okay, watching this way, down the tier, down the range, and like, I seen this full body apparition just come on up. There's a guard and he was in his 30s. It's crazy. It was crazy. It was just crazy. It all happened right before a storm, too.
Really? Did it say anything to you?
No, it just flipped me out real bad.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Yeah, tell me about the experiences that you've had with Aborigines.
Okay. In solitary confinement, it smelled like straight up body odor. Okay, like, I mean, there's no other explanation you can do it. It smelled like someone, urinated, and when I checked it out, nothing. It was nothing. And the energy field was so dark. It was like something over your back. Like,
Did you felt that?
like on solitary confinement. Once you're alone,
Was there ever a point when you were here that you were scared to death and had to get out of here?
Yes, I have seen the Shadow Man up by the X.
Yep.
That is when I booked my butt out of here.
Did you?
I was,
Now you said you wouldn't go downstairs.
yes.
And why won't you go downstairs? What happens when you go downstairs? And what is downstairs?
Well, I'm a ghost hunter, and I tend to interrogate them. I was like, you know what, you're such a weenie, you can't do it. I ended up having scratches on my back from them. Okay, so
From ghosts?
Yes,
Here at
yes.
this penitentiary,
Yes.
the reformatory?
Yes.
I can understand why you wouldn't go downstairs again.
Yes, I won't ever go downstairs again. They do not like me, so I respect that.
And you volunteer here at the reformatory, don't you?
Yes.
And so have any of the people that volunteer here have had similar experiences to you?
Yes, you know, there's a lot of people on the Ohio State Reformatory Facebook page say they got scratched.
Really?
Yes.
Well, thanks for the tour.
I don't really know if I'm going to use this to end the video, but I did want to record it to say that this has been a fascinating experience here at the Ohio State Reformatory. I got to tour this reformatory with Vern, who's a volunteer here, and also with Mike and Dawn. Our experience here was pretty surreal and pretty cool. I thought I saw a couple apparitions, but you know, you never know until after the video comes out and you see what you've captured either on your pictures or on the videos that you've taken. I took quite a bit of video, so this will probably be a rather long video, more like a reformatory documentary or something. So I'm glad you came along with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Paddy Wagon Travels.